Hello, happy thinkers. Hi, it's Melissa here, and I am the creator of Think Me First. Today we are shooting live our 25th episode of WTF, also known as Wednesday Thought Forum. So today's topic is why confident people are happier. And if you join us, just give me a heart, give me a wave, something so I can see you pop up here, and I'll acknowledge you if I see that. So again, today we are talking about confident people are happier. So what does confidence mean to you? To me, it's like success, appreciation, and respect. But what about happiness? Some see happiness as maybe like life satisfaction, well-being, feeling healthy, having good friends and relationships, perhaps fulfilling careers. So have you ever thought about linking confidence with happiness? Because not a lot of people do, because again, we just went over the two definitions of what we think may be what confidence means and what happiness means. So to link the two together is pretty interesting. Do you think it's accurate that confident people are also happier people? So what I'm going to start with is a research. Part of this research project it kind of gives you an example that self-esteem does predict happiness. So there was this professor, and he's from John Hopkins University, and he conducted a survey of school counselors in New Jersey. And what they were told to do was to list 5 words that best describe their students with both high self-esteem and low self-esteem. So what they found out with this research project was that the students with high self-worth or high self-esteem, they were confident, they were friendly, outgoing, happy, positive and optimistic, and then motivated. So those were the words that were listed by these counselors to describe these people. And then as far as the low self-assured students, they were described with words like withdrawn, shy, quiet, insecure, underachieving, negative, unhappy, not so motivated, socially inept, depressed. They were dependent upon their followers. They had poor self-image of themselves. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because you show some of these words that they're describing, I mean, this is words they were describing students that they felt had a low self-esteem. Just because you may be shy or quiet or maybe insecure to a degree or a little negative doesn't necessarily mean that you have low self-esteem. So, but these were just the words that they saw consistently within their low esteemed students. So in another piece of the research, it also showed that the confident versus the low self-esteem people, the values were different in almost everything. So for like low esteem students, they were more sensitive to criticism. They were emotionally unstable versus the ones with higher self-esteem. And they reacted negatively to failure versus the people with the highest self-esteem. And then they also had a societal anxiety when around others. So what was noted with the high self-esteem people, they noticed that the big change was they were kind of weathered by some of the emotional stress because they had the high self-esteem. And so when they experienced negative events or distress or rejection, they acted differently because they had that self-confidence or that high self-esteem. So all because of this, confident people have a different mindset. And we have talked about the growth mindset before in some of our prior videos. So revisit that if you want to know. But the people with high self-esteem or confidence, they had a growth mindset. And when it came to failure. So simply put, the people with higher confidence or more confidence were more self-assured individuals with failures. And they saw them more as temporary setbacks versus, done, not doing this anymore. Or they saw them as opportunities. They didn't judge themselves like the children or students with the lower confidence or low self-esteem. And they kind of remained unchanged when there was a letdown. But again, they also optimized their opportunity for learning from that failure. Now, confident people also look for relationships. So low self-esteem people, they're kind of paired with like a social aversion or a shyness, and they don't want to meet people. They just want to be left alone. Whereas the research showed that the confident people were more likely to socialize and expand their network of friends and acquaintances because they actually believed in themselves more and they knew their value to the world. So that, again, is because of the confidence behind it. So again, according to research, our close friendships are a main predictor of our happiness in life. And I say that because how many times have we talked about surrounding yourself with good people? Because you end up becoming those people that you hang with, and then the habits that they have you develop because it's just a group you fit in with. And that's why it's so important to surround yourself with these good people, because again, you gain your confidence and then you're happier as well. So once again, our studies show that self-assured people are happier because they seek to create long-lasting and caring relationships. Confident people also don't look externally for validation. Confident people, they don't look for the external self-validation and compare themselves to others. Because when you compare yourself to others, then it just causes unhappiness, anxiety, dissatisfaction in your life, and the thought of like nothing is good enough. And I'm going to use Facebook as an example of this. I'm sure it's in Snapchat, Instagram, all those others too, but we're all here on Facebook. So Facebook, if you see people posting constantly, all this happiness in their life, and there's no negative situation or even a sign to show that they're human, because we all have unhappy circumstances or whatever. If you see that person, they're probably having some kind of issue somewhere. They're not always happy. So don't compare yourself to that or anyone on Facebook like that. When I was looking, or when I was kind of at the rock bottom, I did that, and it really just spiraled me downhill because I looked at people and I'm like, well, why can't I have that? Or why can't I be like that? When in all actuality, their life wasn't like that either. So don't compare yourself to others. So to conclude, we can't all assume that confident people are always happy, because again, we're all human, and those negative situations come up where we're unhappy, and then we just deal with it. So it's how you deal with it. So when you're more confident, you're going to deal better with those kind of situations. But it's impossible to be happy all the time. Confident individuals, they're going to be more emotionally stable as well. And then they also have a constructive outlook, and they feel greater acceptance, and they respect themselves. And because they have this capability to focus on the positives in their lives, they enjoy greater relationships, and they seek enrichment through experiences and self-improvement. They are simply just better equipped to deal with life. They manage stress better, reach their goals when they're confident. So all these benefits that confidence bring, they translate into a well-being and life satisfaction long term. So there's a lot of benefits to being confident. So since we talked about confidence, you're probably asking me, oh, well, Melissa, how can I do that? Well, I have 10 powerful tips to be more confident. Some of these may apply, some of these may not apply, but this will get you started, and work with what works for you. Be specific. Number 1, what are you not confident in? So recognize, what are you not very confident in? Number 2, uncover what gives you confidence. Number 3, be true to yourself. I mean, honestly, be true to yourself. Number 4, remember, you are 100% smart, or you wouldn't be taking the time to learn. Number 5, stop comparing yourself. Number 6, remember, you are enough. Number 7, acquire new skills. Number 8, change your state of mind. Remember that growth mindset. Number 9, find yourself a cheerleader. And number 10, just do it. So if you like this material, again, I do have a couple of articles. I have one on confidence. Actually, there might be 2 on confidence. And then there's a ton on happiness and being happier. So you can revert back to those. You can find those all at thinkmefirst.com in my blog. You can also find me on YouTube, and all these WTF videos are on YouTube. You just go to YouTube, type in my name, Melissa Shim, and those will all pop up. You can also find me on Pinterest, and I hit a milestone today. Just wanted to let you know I had 2 million views for this month. So I'm pretty excited about that because I've been working hard on that platform. And then, of course, you have us here at Facebook. So we have all the WTF videos on that. And then if you want to learn more, feel free to sign up for my email, which can be found on my blog at thinkmefirst.com. Sign up for that, and then I can also give you additional tips, tricks, hacks, and different self-improvement projects that you can use or work on. So again, just want to thank everyone who was here tonight and who will be watching the replay. And just for everyone being present on the Facebook group page. It makes things go a lot more better when everyone's participating. We get a lot more insight and can learn from each other. So thank you all. You have a wonderful evening. And once again, take care and thank me first. Have a good evening, everyone.